And if you didn't see my thumbnail, it says this is only a test.
Yep. Yes, we have our testicles out,
They're very
folks.
itchy, and we want to see why.
Okay, let's go to YouTube now and see whether you come up on my list of things I want to watch. Oh, look, Ken went live. His
Hey, cool.
testicles are out. Let's go to YouTube now. Shut up,
I
you
heard
stupid
that.
Aussie.
Uh, let's see. I probably got to mute myself over there as well.
We got no one to attack.
Oh, we'll have to test ourselves.
Yeah, but you're not on there.
Oh, it'll attack anyway. Yeah, I got a thumbs up from somebody. Was that you?
Oh, let's do 8 ball first and see what happens. Stream elements. Stream elements spot running. Okay. I'm going to do 8 ball and see what happens.
Does Ken a douchebag? What?
Yeah, it's not come up the way it's supposed to come up. Well, that kind of sucks a touch. I must have to have a look at what's there and see why it doesn't work.
What the fuck?
Okay, now let's see if I can. See what happens when I do that. Unexpected token.
What
Uh,
the fuck? What was the one for response?
what are you talking about?
Or you haven't got it programmed yet?
That the response there didn't give me a response, so there's an error in my in the command.
Okay, but like attack was one of them, right?
Yeah.
Was that a command?
Yes. The command was attack, and then it was attack you. Like it was the command was barrage, and it was to attack you with a, and then it came up with an error. So somewhere on the line there's a mistake.
Okay, but then we were gonna make a response to that. What was that?
That was the thing I had the mistake with. It didn't come up the way it was supposed to. So I have remember I had to type all that in from something that he put up, and I don't know whether I typed it all in 100%. So I just have to double check it.
Right. Which is why we're here,
Yes, it is.
and which is why we have nobody watching.
But I'd like to get the 8 ball one working, and then we can find out why. If the 8 ball one working, we may be able to adjust the other one to that. If you know what I mean.
Uh,
Why? Why does it not copy at all? That's the problem. Is there a limit that I can actually paste in there, or what's going on?
Oh, I wonder.
There
Yeah.
is.
So many characters. Well, we could do attack one, attack two, and then revenge one, revenge two.
Yeah, I can't type any more information in. Maybe there's a limit to how much you can add to the command. Or maybe he's got spaces in there which are ruining. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Well, this is why we're here, Gaffa.
That's right. Yeah, this. I don't understand why there's so much limit to the message. Oh, I suppose it's because there's only a limit to so much you can actually say in YouTube.
Hello, awesome epic. How are you? I'm sure this breed is Andy's running to work. So I believe I sent her a link to come up on panel. I didn't think that would matter. Didn't think you would have a problem with that. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell what the hell that was. What the fuck? Oh, tornado threats. Okay. Oh, oh, baby. Come on, I hate that. You won't even let me talk to my chat. Fuck off.
Okay. Now let's see what happens when we do it. Where I And the reason why it says does Ken a douchebag, I changed my mind after I started typing. I forgot that I put does.
Oh,
Hold on, I got to re-enable it again. So I can't get that. Why is it what he says there, and it just won't go in? You can't put that length of information in there.
weird.
I think a lot of this is to do with YouTube's restrictions.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I can't see why you can't do that, if you understand what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, I
See what you got done. Is that something you want to do?
8 ball said invalid or unexpected token. What the fuck? Did you put a dash in there or something weird like that in the
No,
command?
I'm trying to work out what's the difference between the other one and this one, and whether or not I've done this wrong. It's going to take me time to sit here and look at it. Hey, Bobby, I said hello. Hey, is it out there? Then don't worry about it.
What's happening for after school holidays?
You awake?
Doing about it.
Well, it's my drinking back.
Holy shit! I don't know how to make him stop. Why am I muted? That was not right, dude. Holy fuck. Oh, you fucking dick. Okay.
can give them what they've always wanted. Real food for dogs. Caesar wholesome rolls and simply crafted. Caesar, love them back. If you ever wished you could take buffalo chicken dip wherever you go, today's your lucky day. Because Sonic stuffed it with crispy pork left. Now wish for something else, like more hands poultry bites. Sonic $2.99 buffalo chicken dip bites. These friends are also into the cup. Fortunately, I was able to capture the strike surface as it was exposed. And if we now compare Sensei Sherman's strike point surfaces with the victim's bone bruises, for both size and shape, yeah, like a glass slipper. Perfect. I am always looking for now. How's it going with Parker? Parker spends a lot of time in his room, and when he goes out, he likes to worry too. But he looks at Christina with such affection. Adolescents and many ties are first developed in their lives when these siblings are there. I go, nothing messed up. Okay, so whoever did this was considerably smaller than the Rogers. A lot smaller. Could we maybe be looking for a child? It's possible the child was a death cry. Maybe when Cole got nowhere with the sensei, he confronted the sensei's kid. Dr. Hawkins, what on earth? Nope. Vibrations. What are you doing, my outcome? What's it look like? Performing an autopsy of a worm? Yeah, the one you found in the victim's stomach. Set force acupuncturist. The discerning drugs to the color mescal. So, back to the surface of the surgeon mescal. Left is origin ready. Now, after I rehydrate our business on the south, I plan on opening them up to see the stomach start heal. And of course, we accomplish the same thing in half the time because of technology from some area company, but cool. I just makes it feel closer to my life. Moving on this gallery to Red in his life as it will be like the next life of our family. Here's the would you care to assist? It would make me feel a little less rich. What the hell? Is that the unmade? You had sure. That worms use their muscular pharynx to suck in soil and extract the nutrients in your husband. That's the muscular cell. Wow. Yeah. This little turd. The turd of the earth instead of snow. Parker? It's Temperance. I was wondering if you want to take a walk with me and Christine. Parker? Parker, are you okay? Yeah. Okay. So which one is it? Like, questions. Won a lot of awards. She's a regional champion in the state finals for the past 2 years. Rebecca Wednesday was there. No Blake, where you learned that Dan's father was murdered last week. It's so sad and embarrassing. Did you have to say that? Stop me on that. Did you tell me about that? I handled it. Sure. That's the questions. So why'd you strike him? Mr. Cole didn't like it that I defended myself from his son, Dan. He thought I was the aggressor. He said since my dad was in the conversation with him, he would. No, I handled it according to the book. I said I felt threatened and the police would be welcome. Wouldn't have to use any weapons. No, I understand. I don't like your accusation. Cole Carter, he was a grown man. The guy had issues. He was having problems at work. Clearly, he was studying in the group. Right. Shouldn't be a problem right there.
Well,
I merely struck you, sir. It was self-defense. I completely. My friend shot at me. What did you do? Grown man and little girl beat him. Oh! 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 That was awesome!
oh my.
Some people just know that's not going to be. That's just it. Really? No, I cut it in half and make 2 chairs. Those are the people. Good hand, but upset. RSV can be a dangerous virus. For those 60 and older, it's not just a cold. And if you may be completely
Oh shit. Okay.
Is that me?
No, that was Gaffa. I think he set his headphones down too close to his speaker. He wanted to go help his daughter do something.
I'm just looking at this 8-ball thing. What is the
It's
hell?
something we're trying to set up so
It's
that
free.
when you type in 8-ball, it gives you an answer.
Invalid or unexpected token. Thanks, Nightbot.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not working properly. That's what the answer was, because it's not set up properly.
Oh.
So we're trying to fix that shit. And the only way we can do it is when we're live.
I know. I literally just got in the door from my interview.
Oh. Well, that's not too bad. Not as bad as yesterday.
Oh, yeah, no, but it's looking good. It's looking promising. They want me to come in on Monday, so that's good.
Okay, you didn't see the message I sent you because I messaged the wrong frickin' thing. I put it to your private one.
Rabbit. Going back. Yeah, sorry about last night. It went completely longer than expected, and I was like, what the hell?
Do you know what I mean by your private one? Your actor one?
Oh, yes.
I accidentally messaged that one. I meant to send it to you on the regular one. Well, your secondary one. Not your, yeah. Your private one. Anyway.
Yeah.
Your ultra private one.
Ultra.
Almost as private as your privates. Anyway.
Okay.
Well, those are pretty private, you know.
Yes, but still accessible.
Wow. All right then. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go think about that for a minute.
But only to one person. I'm very sorry.
All right. Well, thank you. All right. Down, boy. Down. All right. Thank you.
Oh man, I got the worst earache because I had to ride on my bike down to an hour drive.
Do you have peroxide?
No, it's because I've still got the flu.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have peroxide?
No.
You need to get it because when I have an earache, I put peroxide in my ear. It sounds like you're baking or you're cooking bacon,
Yeah.
and then I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but it helps me. I put peroxide in my ear and wait until it stops sounding like sizzling bacon, and then I dump it out into it like a piece of toilet paper or something,
Ah.
and it helps me get rid of my ear infections. So therefore, I have no results of my ear function.
Yeah, mine's from when we travel down the mountain. You know where your ears block up from
I
going.
got you.
Yeah, that's what's happened on the way home. My ears are blocked up. This one's popped, but this one hasn't, and it's just aching. And I'm trying to pop it, but it's like, oh
Um, do you have gum?
no.
Do you have something you can chew on? Anyway,
I'll be right. It'll go away. I'm gonna have a shower soon and get
yeah,
because
but the movement of your mouth will make it pop. That's what I'm saying.
I'll just keep doing that.
Please don't. You look like a horse. Anyway.
Why? Thank you.
Anyway.
It's all right. Horses are my favorite animals, so I can accept that.
It's a horse, of course, of course, of course. Bree is a horse, of course.
Yeah, but
What the
if
fuck?
well, whoever smokes the salvia divinorum, salvia divinorum.
Never heard of it.
No, I've smoked cigarettes. That's about it.
Maybe a little weed once in a while. I don't do
No,
that even anymore.
no, not for me, thank you.
But see, if you go back to where the Nightbot says, everything says invalid or unexpected token because
Mhm.
it's not set up right. It's just what we're trying to do is you type in 8 ball and then ask a question and then it just gives a random answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, no are two simple answers that it could give, or signs are mostly pointing to no, but it's possible. You know, stupid shit like that. And we're just trying to come up with a couple of commands like that. Same thing with what are other ones we tried? Uh, Magic 8 ball. Yeah, up way up above where it says 8 ball does can a douchebag. He meant to ask is can a douchebag, and then it changed it to yeah. Barrage ain't working either. But it said Magic 8 ball says dollar evil const responses. All signs point to yes. Yes. My sources say no. You may rely on it. Concentrate and ask again. Outlook, not so good. Yet I. He's trying to put in the command so that it works. You know.
Mm.
You alright?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just buggered after today, and then it's like Andy and I've got to get up at 4 in the morning tomorrow for his zoo excursion. Woo!
watched it. And I like how he says early 2000s.
The classic is too early 2000s already classed as classic. Oh
Is it
no!
really?
Oh, how sad.
Does that make me ancient then?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it does.
Because
And I'm nearly there.
I've been classified as antique. Because I think anything over 50 years old is an antique, isn't it?
I think so. Hey, gamer.
Hey, gamer.
I don't know how to interpret a salad with a small chicken side. However, I believe it means that the moon is full and anal fatal shall soon commence. Fatali? Anal fatali shall soon commence. Okay.
Vintage is 20 years. A 100 years is an antique. So I guess I'm vintage.
I'm vintage then because I'm more than 20 years old. That's not nice.
An actor says, I can respect that.
I'm an actor too. Oh.
If you got time, you should pop open your Coin Master.
Oh, why? What have you done?
Coin Master? Nothing. The other one? You really need to get into the other game because I took out one of your village pieces.
Uh-oh, have I got no shields left?
I know, and people have been attacking you. I only had one that I attacked and nailed you because I wasn't paying attention that it was you. So I hit attack and then pulled back the slingshot shot, and then it said you stole from your friend. I'm like, oh no!
That's
Is
alright.
Gaffin here or not? Well, it's not doing the loud freaking sound anymore, so I'll shut that off. So have you watched the Australian pulp film Wake and Fright? Do you all really do the hard in the outback country? She does, I don't. Oh, do you all drink that hard in the outback country? She don't drink. I don't drink. So, but overall, do a lot of people drink hard in Australia?
Yes.
I had you muted, Gaffa, because the way you set your headphones down was like not right. Well, Sunflowers, if you've seen the name of the stream, it's a test stream. We're testing stuff out. Actor says smart woman.
No, it's because I'm allergic to it. I can't actually drink alcohol, so I chose not to.
What is a bogan? The way it was explained to me is an Australian redneck.
Pretty much. An Australian bogan, this is how they talk. How's it going, cunt? Ah, yeah, fucking awesome, mate. Oh, fucking awesome, cunt. That's an Australian bogan.
Really? That's just annoying. Please never do that again.
Am I close, Buff?
I think he's concentrating.
I'm sorry, and yeah, the reason why the noise was I actually turned my headphones off.
Oh, well, yeah, it was.
So my microphone was actually on without actually having my headphones connected to it. And that's why you got the noise. I'm actually concentrating because I'm trying to correct
Fix,
this issue.
fix Nightbot.
I'm also trying to give a good variety of responses without actually.
Having to type in each one separate.
Well, no, without actually having to remove any to be able to fit all the information I'm supposed to put in there in. As I said, you only got so much limited space that it'll accept characters for. And it is so very particular about it doesn't tell me exactly how many characters I can put in.
So you got to guess.
Yeah, so because it keeps cutting it short, so you got to go, okay, now what do I need to do to get that to be working and that to be working?
Right.
Yay! I got all my shields back, Ken. It's okay now.
Yeah, well. It started giving me other people to attack.
Yeah.
Finally. I mean, it was you or G.
You
Were the
Aretha
only
Franklin, you make me piss like a natural penis. Okay.
Yep. I highlighted that. You make me piss like a natural penis.
I don't know what the fucking token is that you want. This is what fucking frustration.
Piss off, 8-Ball. 8-Ball, do you suck dick like a good woman?
Unexpected token.
Yep.
I just thought about it.
Or unexpected. Hey, Gaffa, token is dashes and shit, right? When you're typing?
Yeah.
So maybe there's a space or a dash or something in there that's, I don't know.
I've copied and pasted from Nightbot
Oh,
to it because that's what it says I should put in.
and then it won't fucking cooperate. Fine. It told me to do it, so I'm doing it. You do it too, Brie.
What, 8-Ball?
Oh. Type hello in the chat to be sure you are noticed by Redneck. Okay. Okay, I'll grab a seat and enjoy the show. Popcorn? Anyone? Popcorn? Who wants popcorn? You know what's funny is I think the cats are dead asleep out there. I shook the bag like I always do at toothbrush time, and nobody came. Usually they come a running. God. I guess I could carry you out there, but I'd have to drop down so I can carry the damn computer. And bye. And oh, by the time I got done spinning and shit, Brie, I had little over 2,000 spins plus the ones that I already spun.
Oh shit! Well done that.
And then we lost internet, so I couldn't keep spinning. I was going to keep spinning until that thing was done. I lost internet long enough where we couldn't spin anymore. Plus, I fell asleep at like 5:30, waiting on
Well done.
somebody to get done. What do you got now? Oh, why is it 8-ball? Why is mom dead, and why is it Gaffa's fault? Rely on it. What the fuck? What kind of weird answer is that? Rely on it. What the fuck? I think it's supposed to be yes or no. Yes or no answers.
Well, I had to cut some down to get it to fit,
I understand.
but they're funny, so.
Yeah.
It was
You're
just
such a
waiting
dick.
for that question.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's supposed to be yes or no questions for 8-ball. Is it exclamation or just 8? Yeah, it's exclamation 8-ball. Oh, well, I added an extra R, but whatever. Is Brie really an actress? Nope.
Thanks. Not yet.
Well, you're acting.
Maybe I'm just not good enough.
I know, huh? Quiet Sophia tried to attack your kingdom. So now I'm down 2 shields. That's some bullshit.
Oh, I'll be 2 seconds. Can be right back. Sorry, my phone was dying. It could have been tragic.
Wow. 8-ball, is there any chance of getting a share in the condominium at ski resort in the Appalachians? Do I look like a parrot to you, prick? Ask again. Oh. Are you fixing something else now, Gaffa?
Yeah.
You gotta take a peek at the chat, dude. Oh my god, 8-ball's fucking with Gamer. Go up a ways, Bree. He had to
Yeah,
ask it 3 times. It said ask again, and then he asked it again. It said ask again. So he said, fuck me with a Nazi shovel and call me Hitler's little girl. Then he asked it again and it said, nope. Barrage Bree. Okay. Mortal fart attacks Bree with a shower of COVID sneezes. Well, you got that one going. So you're making it attack, or are you making it barrage?
Barrage.
I think it should be attack, and then you have the different answers.
I realise that. I only picked one that we don't use very often because I wanted to leave the others alone for the moment.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I want to see if this is random.
Okay. I'll do it then.
There you go. Bree,
Yes.
you have to read chat.
Sorry, I was collecting my bonuses. Sorry. Redneck. Yes, you barraged me. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
but read it. Read what it says, though.
Yeah, with a shower of jock straps. Very nice.
But you
Use
missed the other one
jockstraps.
right above it.
Yeah, the COVID sneezes. That's probably why I'm still sick, you asshole.
How many answers do you have in there, Geffa?
6, maybe.
Well, that's a good start. Wait, why are you barraging me as well?
Because we got to test it.
Oh, sure.
Hey, you're the test victim. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I'm the guinea pig. Woohoo!
Start squealing like a guinea pig. Oh, God.
It's the best I could do while I'm sick.
Yes, it does really snow in parts of Australia. Up in the mountains, right?
Where I am, it sometimes gets gutter snow. It's lots of fun.
Yeah, very few parts of Australia. In the southeast corner where nobody gives a shit about it.
Perisher,
Thredbo.
Canberra, somewhere. I think one of them's at Canberra.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit about Canberra.
No,
That's like
no.
people giving a shit about Washington, D.C. No, nobody gives a shit.
All right.
It is no longer barrage now.
Okay, what is it? Attack?
Attack. Yeah.
No, but unfortunately, like, how long are you guys staying up for?
Oh. I don't have any plans, but I gotta go make some popcorn.
Well, if you're staying up for at least the next hour, do you mind if I just quickly duck? Because I just had to get some toilet paper and stuff for tomorrow morning.
Bree, shut up and stop asking. Just do it and say, I'll be back. Sorry, apologise, bye.
Okay, I'm just making sure you guys will still be here when I get back.
We're not going to guarantee nothing.
Well, how long are you gonna be here? Or how long till you back?
I'll literally be 20 minutes. I'm just ducking up there and then grabbing
Okay,
a couple.
we'll shut down at 19 minutes then. Actually, Bree, if we do shut this down, just meet me in the meeting room.
I'll meet you in the private room.
Yes, the private room. Anyway, let's see. Actually, what we're doing here is testing shit, is what we're trying to do. So,
Yeah.
and it did not work on attack, Gaffa.
Should have.
Alright. Well, I'll be back in a sec, okay?
Here, ask this, or answer this, because I
Is a
have no
shield
idea.
the female equivalent of a bogan? No. Not really.
What's a Sheila?
Another word for a girl. Like, my grandmother used to call me a Sheila because it was like a voluptuous woman.
In Australia in the 50s and 60s, a Sheila was a girl and a bloke was a guy.
Oh, bloke. Okay, now everybody's a bloke, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, not really. We just don't use the word bloke and Sheila as much as we used to. We use guy and girl and woman and man and he and she and they and them and all that shit.
QIQ 1 plus 2 3 4.
Gavin, did you hear Susan?
No,
You mean Australia's actually learning English?
no, we're just learning to accept America as assholes.
And damn good at it.
All right. Well, I'll be back in a second.
I just waved at you. Okay, whatever. I was waving to Bree. Bye. See you in a minute.
Oh, Bree, I'm waving.
I'm waving too. See, fuckers.
Bye, Bree.
Hey, Bree, come back.
Oh, what?
I just wanted to know how far you would have made it if I didn't call you back.
I just turned my check.
But how far would have you made it if I didn't call you back?
Probably to the door. And
Well,
then
you shouldn't have answered then.
Right.
I'll be back.
Ken, you forgot the S.
I did. Oh, is it a tax?
Yeah, well, it's you read it. Bordeaux fart attacks gamer. Bordeaux fart attacks gamer with a shower of used jockstraps.
But the command is a tax, not
Yes.
attack. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We got a new thing in my chat now where you can ask 8-Ball a question. It's got to be yes or no question. And it's similar to like the old 8-Balls that you shook and then got the answer. So you can ask any fucking question. It don't care what it is. It's just going to give you a fucking random answer.
Yeah.
But then we also have attacks, and then you put somebody's name behind it. We have random things that you could attack them with. And I think we're going to have blocks too, right? Like
Yeah, I have to look into
throws
that one.
back.
I'm getting a headache, Ken.
Well, Japheth, don't be freaking here. I got some aspirin, or no, this was Tylenol. You want some? Oh, this is ibuprofen. There you go. I just found it. You can have it if you can have some if you want.
You can shove that up your ass because it might help your back.
That's a big bottle.
Well, you won't be complaining about your back then, will you?
Just open the top first and point your feet in the air.
Susan, can you help me with this?
She says, nope. And I said, attacks wife, and it said, attacks wife with a shower of spitwads. But there's other ones too. A shower of used jock straps.
Oh my god.
Did you put the dildo one in there? Please tell me you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, just gotta hope it comes up.
What was the other one?
It's got spitwads, dildos, shitballs, used jock straps, and COVID sneezes.
Shitballs is another one. Oh,
That's so funny. You know
COVID sneezes is another one.
You know what shitballs is from?
What?
It's from
Monkey throwing shitballs?
No, from Disjointed.
No, that's what.
It's a product that they came up with.
Okay, but that saying that shitballs was said long before your show.
It's not only that though. You can't Americanize the answers. They have to be general world answers.
Yeah, but you can't be putting them Australian slang on the shit and expect anybody else to understand the shit.
That's right. That's why I wrote use jock straps, because we call them athletic supporters.
Oh yeah, see, jock straps is what we call athletic supporter is what they call it in the store. Everywhere else, you call it a jock strap.
Actually, in Australia, we call it. Really? You want me to wear that?
No shit. Will that hold my balls as good as my wife?
Oh my God.
Kaffa, nobody's going to start a sentence with 8 ball, and nobody's going to start a sentence with a tax. Can we take the exclamation off?
No.
I did it to a lot of the other commands.
Yeah, and every time someone comes in and says hi to somebody, Nightbot says, "Welcome to the stream. Have a
I
seat," and
know.
they've already
That's
said
why I
hello to
did
them.
it. That's why I did it.
The reason we put the exclamation in is so that people are intentionally typing
I know.
a response.
I know.
If they accidentally type it, that's fine. There's a difference. We don't want them to have Nightbot determine a random answer to a stupid question they didn't even ask. Like the other day, I was playing pool and I hit the 8 ball. I don't think so, says the 8 ball. No, fuck off. I'm not talking about it. Go away.
Yeah, but it does it only if you have it at the beginning of the sentence.
Well, if that's the case, we need to have a very redneck word that can only mean one thing and would never get used in a sentence.
Well, then it might be me.
Do you understand what I mean?
Come up with another word for attack and another word for, what would you say, retreat? You ain't never going to start a sentence with the word retreat. Well, you could, I guess.
You're
But
just trying to find
you
us.
could do it like this. You could do it like this. You'd go retreat, exclamation, and then, for example,
Ken,
8 ball
Ken,
exclamation, and then,
Ken, your safe word is buttercup rainbows, okay?
no, it's not. It's Taco Bell fire sauce.
If you want me if you want me to stop giving you the shit, it's buttercup rainbow, okay?
Taco Bell fire sauce. Don't you remember that from the old days? Taco Bell fire
Yeah.
sauce. I thought Lisa was going to fall out of her fucking chair when I said that shit. Holy shit. The cigarette just fell apart.
I could put song requests in, but I don't know how many copyright claims you'd have against that bloody stream.
Requests in? What do you mean? You
You
mean
can actually
song?
do a command to do an audio DJ and
Yeah,
put up a
no,
guide,
that's
all
not
that stuff.
happening. Yeah, I know. That's not happening.
There is another one where you can actually refer to a particular radio station that is free to air, I think.
Wow. Yeah, free to air, but then all the songs on it will be copyright. I forgot to make some juice. I can't make soda anymore because I don't have any CO2. So you're like, what do you call it?
You were thirsty?
No, honey, I'm talking to Gaffa. Go sleep. You're like done for tonight, right?
In what way?
Uh, as far as typing out more commands and shit.
Yeah, in as far as Nightbot, yes, I'm absolutely done.
Okay, because you mentioned I'm getting a headache, so. But I
Yeah.
really could.
So it's mainly because I haven't had bugger all sleep today, and I went to work last night. So.
It's fine. You don't need a reason. But I think
Um,
what we should do is go to the private room, and then in the meantime, I will go out to the kitchen and start some popcorn.
is there nobody watching? I mean, I'm sure there's
It
somebody.
says two people are watching, but nobody's commenting anymore. So, but I think me and you are the two because we're both typing in the chat.
Oh, and to people who are not sure what the difference is between a normal Australian and a bogan, um, the simplest way, as Bree said before, was um, a bogan is basically a redneck. Um,
I said that because that's what you showed me.
well, it is basically, in a way, what everyone believes to be a redneck in America is what we have, actually are bogans in Australia. But it is a culture, and it is of its own, and it's on the lower end of the scale of the social ladder. Um,
Yep, that would be redneck.
the average worker person, low in not low middle low to middle income person, we used to refer to as diggers.
Oh, that,
But a
I like.
digger actually a digger is actually a grunt.
That would be redneck.
No, not that. I mean, it's it. What do they call a grunt in the army?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, in America, a grunt is the infantryman, the person on the ground that does all the fighting and the shit,
Oh, okay.
frontline shit. You know what I mean?
And one explanation for redneck is like farmers, ranchers, road
Yeah,
worker.
we call them. Yeah, we just call them rural. But a digger is the hard worker. It's the guy who goes out and slaves his guts out every day to earn his money, and it could be right up to middle class. But then you've got the snobs. That's they're the ones who actually pay the grunts to do the job, and they're the ones who are usually managers and high education and go to university and
Uh-huh.
all that shit.
So,
But we don't discriminate against people. We don't treat people any different to what they would treat everybody else. I mean, you could have snobs, grunts, bogans, immigrants, males, females, all in the pub together, and they'd all talk to each other and shout drinks with each other and have fun, but and don't give a shit. But the reason we have the labels is so that people understand who that we're talking about, without having to go into too much description, if you know what I mean.
I got you. All right.
So, and for that reason, we also gave labels to other parts of society, like all the Italians, we used to call them Itais. All the Greeks, we used to call them wogs. Um, all the um, and this is not sound. None of this really sounds nice when you think about the originality of all these terms came from derogative um, slurs when you're in backyard or schoolyard battles with each other. You used to just infer that you were no good because you were this and so forth. But as we got a little bit more into growing up and being a little bit more adult, they were just more affectionate than anything else. Like everyone that doesn't understand why we use it, and I'll have to use it, folks, but I will say the word. Everyone doesn't understand why Australians quite openly use the word cunt. Um, that can be derogative, affectionate, or joking, depends on exactly what context you use it. It's, I mean, we call each other bastard and all these other things as well. And 9 times out of 10, it's all out of just joking and affection, and everybody takes it that way.
Yeah,
Anybody who doesn't is you know, seriously.
that's kind of, okay. Amongst friends, you call somebody a bastard, and there's no problem. If you call somebody you don't know a bastard, that's when we're serious.
Um,
Like if somebody's acting like a freaking jerk, and you go, shut up, you bastard. Trying to get them to shut up because they're talking dribble. Then we're serious. But if you're talking amongst friends, then
Yeah, but even then, it just depends. I mean, if the guy wants to take it personally, yes, it becomes an issue. If he doesn't want to take it personally,
yeah.
then it's
Right.
just a way of talking.
See, my problem is I take everything as a joke when somebody says something like that, and then till they fucking like start strutting their fat, you know.
Which is why I say that bogans are rednecks, because generally most rednecks do that. They take everything with a grain of salt unless it's intentionally made for you to take it personally. And then even then you think, do I really want to take it personally, or does it just not matter to me? And bogans talk like that. They will talk in a way that is so offensive to the average person, and
Well, does that
that's
sound like a redneck or what?
yeah, that's just the way they talk. It's not they're being derogative towards you. That's just the terminologies that they use, and that's just how they describe everything and everybody.
I've been kicked out of a bar just by carrying on a conversation with my brother.
Yeah, and bogans are usually um,
And the drunker I got, the more belligerent I got.
the bogans are usually corralled into less public areas
Yep.
because of that exact same reason. Because people get offended by hearing them, so they complain, and then the councils do things, and the police do things that make. It's better if you just party at home and you guys have fun at home and swear amongst yourselves, or
Yep.
go to a beach or a park where nobody goes, and have your fun there where nobody can be offended because you're not in
How
the
does that
general
sound
society.
familiar? All right, I'm gonna try and carry this thing, Sean, and I have to shut down, but I gotta mute because I'm gonna stop
Yes,
in the bathroom on the way by.
amnesiac, I have had an altercation with a kangaroo and I shit myself.
That sounds like a bad day.
No, it was only a couple of minutes. I had something the kangaroo wanted, and he was going to go out of his way to make sure he got it, and I was going to go out and make sure that he didn't get it. Or she. Actually, I think it was a she. Um, um, did you send Gamer a link? I don't know whether you still use Twitter, Gamer, because we hardly ever correspond on there anymore, but I did send your link on Twitter.
I sent him one on Hangouts.
It is my recommendation to anyone who comes to Australia, if they are accosted by a kangaroo that is trying to grab your shoulders, back off quickly.
Alanis Morissette.
Salutations, Alanis.
Yeah, salutations. Yeah.
And how are you, my friend?
Awful. Feel
I
awful, stressed, but I'm not going to go into it.
I hope that your live stream should got you something you needed.
One person, yeah.
Well, one more than I was expecting myself. I would, mate, but as I said, because I sent it to you, I think it was last week. I'm
I wasn't. I'm not.
not financial this week.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I don't. It's okay. Honestly, it's fine. I wasn't going on expecting.
I know, but I would love to if I could, but I can't.
Just imagine you did.
No, I would then
It makes
be
things better,
disappointed
then, doesn't it?
if. Well, I'd be disappointed if I didn't blow my load while I was doing it. So
Oh, I
I
see.
get off on giving things, and it gives me pleasure, and not giving it is just giving me false hope. I'll be devastated.
I get off on making love to steak bakes.
It's a admirable quality, I gather.
Thank you.
Red
Let
would,
me actually
would,
hang
would
on 1 second. I'm just gonna go. Bear with me.
Red would greet you personally, but he's an ignorant bastard and he's gone off just as you were coming up.
Well, I had to go pee. It's so soft.
Gamer takes you with him.
I've just come back.
I'm not doing that to Gamer.
What? I wasn't here. My phone, my line's all down outside my house, and my phone's my hotspot. Who said what?
I said that Red would have greeted you as you entered, but he's an ignorant bastard. He said, I was going to pee. I said, well, Gamer would have taken you with him.
Yes, I would have. I would have placed you in the toilet bowl.
Yes, Gamer is not shy in coming forward.
If you need to go, you need to go. But yeah, I am literally here only for 5 minutes today. I did just want to come and say hello.
Well, hello, sir.
Hi.
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
What is the preferred beverage, preferred alcoholic beverage in Australia?
Foster's.
The biggest seller of alcohol beverage is beer. Most people drink beer because it's easier to obtain and most people like it. Wine, no, fuck your Foster's. That's Foster's. You know, Foster's sells more in England than it does anywhere near
They
in
have
Australia.
Foster's in Australia when they're having their shrimps on the barbie.
Yeah, okay. Yes, we soak our Fosters in shrimps, cook them, and then dip them in Fosters as we're eating them.
Yes, that's what they do.
What the fuck?
While sitting on a beach surrounded by water snakes, box jellyfish,
and boxing kangaroos.
Yeah, I knocked out a kangaroo once with my cock.
That's a pretty explicit question, Amnesiac. Drugs are in Australia as much as they are everywhere else, and they're probably produced in the same country that everybody else has them produced.
In Australia, though, they have to make them upside down.
Yes, ours are manufactured by dangling them from the ceiling.
Yeah. Didgeridoos have to be played as well.
What the fuck?
Yes, we do have medicinal didgeridoos.
And they test them on captured Aboriginals and then release them into the wilderness to see if they
No. That I wish you would not keep spreading that rumor. That is such a lie. We test them on visiting tourists and
immigrants.
No, that's why us white folk ain't allowed on Uluru anymore, because it's just covered in Aboriginals having a fucking trip.
No, do you want to know why you're not allowed on Uluru anymore? You want to know the real reason?
Yeah.
Because tourists used to crap on the rock.
No, it's because fucking there's some gentleman at the top there right now just seeing colours hugging a pillow. That's why, boss.
Yes, I know. I don't disagree with that, but the reason why the tourists are no longer allowed on the rock is because they kept crapping on it, and the Aboriginals complained to the local government and had a big corroboree and threatened war dancing and everything else. And the Northern Territory government said, "Okay, you can have your rock back," and they said, "Right, no more of these crapping European immigrant or American bastards that keep pooing on our giant rock."
See, and that is why you can't let us white people anywhere, guys, because we are just cunts.
Yeah, but I must admit, it's like a 20-minute walk up the top of the rock, a 20-minute walk back down, and a 3-mile drive to go to the nearest toilet. So I can understand their problem, but don't crap on the rock.
No. What they should do is have a portaloo on the toilet. Thank you. I've just sold.
No, carry a doggy bag. Not our problem. What you carry a doggy bag.
And you have to sound the didgeridoo when you are passing a stool.
Yes. Well, actually, no. We use the didgeridoo as a golf club and hit the stool off the top of the rock. See who it lands on down the bottom.
Oh, that'd be so fun. Pebble dashing.
But yes, there is now a sign as you get about 3/4 of the way up the rock. Please remove your own stool.
It says, "Oh
Pick up
no,
after your dog.
you didgeridoo don't shit here."
Yes, pick up after your
Oh.
dog. Yes, that is the 90% reason why the Aboriginals went out of their way to ban people on the rock, is because they were
We
disrespecting
are
it by
disgusting. Yep.
by leaving that type of shit.
Oh, I remember once I went down to the seaside and pissed in the sea. So we're all common of these.
We have
Oh, biker gangs are everywhere. It's like Sons of Anarchy in Australia. I only went out earlier on to buy some shrimp from a Barbie amnesiac, and I was attacked by 7 fucking kangaroo fucking
we
wearing MC jackets, riding Harley Davidsons, going
we
crikey.
do we
Look,
do
this
have bike gangs in
Boff,
Australia,
Boff,
and
excuse me. I was talking, Boff. I was telling him the story about bike gangs in Australia, Boff, till you rudely interrupted. I've been here all my life, you rude son of a bitch.
we do have bike gangs in Australia, and we have had lots of crime surrounding bike gangs. So it is actually outlawed to be in a gang that has colours and to build fortresses in Australia. And the
Yeah.
police have been given special powers to disband, destroy, pull apart, and totally raze to the ground anything that bikers have to do with. You're not allowed to even congregate in groups of 3 when you're a bikie in Australia because of the amount of problems they have caused.
Yeah, that's amnesiac. And also, you ain't got to watch out for the biker gangs. You got to watch out for the road train gangs. Oh,
Well, we're looking into that one. But the bikie gangs in Australia used to build fortresses that the army couldn't get into.
mm-hmm. And the
You think
road
I'm
train
joking?
gangs. And the road
They had
train gang. Oh, tell
10
them
feet,
about the road train gangs.
10 feet thick walls with iron gates and security, and yeah, they had trouble. But
You
yeah, that
know,
was a few years back, and we still have. I mean, we had one guy the other day that was killed in a gangland murder because bikie gang has just gone underground.
where I live in Perth, amnesiac, right? They've taught wallabies how to use air rifles, so carjackings have went up 400% in the past 6 months.
If
Hashtag.
he actually lived in Perth, he'd know that wallabies couldn't be bothered going there.
Oh, I fucking live in Perth. You can't come fight me.
And wallabies are East Coast, mate.
Well, Perth is in the East Coast. If I say it is in my imagination, they're
Yes,
like
there is a Perth.
little. They're
There is a Perth in the East
8
Coast.
foot, 8 foot tall amnesiac. They're big ass motherfuckers. They've been on roids for years. One of them once called my mum. They said your mum smells of poo. That really got me angry. So I slapped him as I gave him a car, and he shot me in the leg with the air rifle, and it really hurt. And I had to go to the doctors and have it pulled out. And then I got a plaster for my boo boo and a lollipop from the doctor for being a good boy.
He just used up his 5 minutes in that one sentence. There is a Perth in the East Coast. I think it's in Victoria, but it's not as prominent as the Perth in the western of the coast.
I'm
And
Australian.
wombats are East Coast. That's where they come from.
I never said wombats. Australian. I said not wombat.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Didn't say wombat. Didn't say kangaroo. What would the other one be? What's a smaller kangaroo? A walla 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 bing bang bing bang bong. Bing bang bong.
No, this cheeky guy is gamer.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other girls can't deny. When a girl walks in, it'll be the face and the round thing in your face. You say, cunt, Get out of the way of the fucking TV before I punch your fucking face in. I've been waiting for this football match for 2 fucking weeks. They're going to cook my dinner. Don't make me get the hose.
And he claims to be British and very proud of it. Unfortunately, Britain doesn't claim him.
I am English. I am a sovereign citizen of His Majesty King Charles III. Oh, actually, Boff is also a citizen of King Charles III. But Red's not. He's the odd one out.
No, I'm the only one in. Well,
Actually, I'm a citizen of Queen Elizabeth II, who was now absconded by Prince Charles III because she kicked the bucket and left it for him.
It's very sad that
And yesterday was Queen Elizabeth II Memorial Day in Australia.
yesterday I had toast.
Jesus, mate, how'd you afford the bread?
I think it was actually stale.
Which
I
is
dunno.
why it tasted like toast.
Probably. How's life in Wales? No one goes there. No one goes to Wales. They don't like us.
Well, the sheep do. You'd think
They
they'd
don't
learn
like
after
us
all this
English.
time, wouldn't you?
Well, they've changed the speed limits in towns now to 20 in Wales, so no one's going to be going there now.
Yeah, well, you know why that is because people complaining they never got to see any sheep shaggers, so they slowed it down so you could see.
I'm not going to insult Wales, for the country itself is beautiful. It's just the government.
You know how Wales got their sheep shagger persona, don't you?
Because the entire country is just full of mountains and sheep.
Well, apparently what I heard was there was actually a court case where a man was convicted of shagging a sheep.
Oh yeah, there's been more than one of them. I don't mean that nasty. There's been more than one case of a farmer loving their barnyard animal. I'm sorry to hear that, Amnesiac. Wouldn't go about telling people.
Yes, I wouldn't lay claim to having anyone come from Wales, even though I must admit there is some ancestry, apparently, so I've been told, that has some kind of Welsh connection.
I'm
But
only joking. Beautiful
I'm
country.
Australian. I've probably got 15 different varieties of some connections throughout the world, from Germany to Scotland to Chinese immigrants or something. I don't know. I'm even sure there's Aboriginal in there somewhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a kangaroo and a sheep or two. Ken, what are you eating?
I've got fishermen's friends in my family. Popcorn.
Which fisherman's friend? Apparently there's more than one.
The minty one. Mate, maybe. There must be popcorn. Right, well, I need to go now. Bye.
See ya.
See you, gamer.
May the Lord bless you both with sunshine, rays of light, and enthusiasm and joy that you've never felt before and will never feel for an eternity of time.
He did. It's called Australia.
I would like to finally say goodbye by presenting everyone present with a complimentary tea towel that's been used
repeatedly.
No, just being used. That's it. And yeah, goodbye. And and Amnesiac, what a pleasure it's been to see you. I'd like to just say, as an African American, thank you so much for making me feel welcome. Thank you. Goodbye, Buff. Goodbye, Ken. Jesus loves you. Not so sure about the French though.
Oh, he's a wonderful fellow. It's so much pleasure to come and be visited by Gamer. Always entertaining, isn't he, Ken?
He is. That he is.
Yes, he is. Amnesiac actor. He is a cunt.
Even he'll tell you that.
No, he is a gentleman also. He's a gentleman and a scholar and sometimes a cunt. Speaking of cunts, hello, beautiful. Welcome back.
Hello.
And the only reason I referred to you as a cunt is because I know you got one.
Well, exactly. Makes sense.
So what did you bring me? I know you went to the shop.
Yeah, no, I went to the shop. What was your question?
What did you bring me? Did you grab me a dim sim?
No, I just grabbed some bread rolls, ham and cheese to make Andy some lunch tomorrow on his zoo adventure.
You know, that means now I have to go and make my own dim sims. I'm disappointed in you.
Oh, that's okay. You'll get over it.
I know. Probably 5 minutes after I've made the dim sims. Ken is making popcorn. If he's any kind of a brother, he would share them with you when he gets back.
Oh my god, I can't even get the freaking salt thing to turn.
You know, I actually thought about painting my walls that colour.
What, salt?
No. What is that colour? Is that I'm trying to think of it. Claret. Brie.
What?
I can't see anyone else's walls, so it has to be yours I'm talking about.
Okay.
What colour is your walls?
I'd give it a plumbing color, I guess.
Not claret?
I didn't pick this color. I hate it though.
Well, that's what I was thinking about, painting my bedroom walls, but then I thought, nah, it's a bit too much red, I think.
It's more purple. If anything.
Well, Millie's got purple walls.
I know, but it's like it used to be the entire house, and now out there's all nice and white and bright, and yeah.
Parchment. I'm painting my house parchment. I like parchment. It's not too white and not too shiny.
Do you have a Sherwin-Williams over there?
A what?
Sherwin-Williams.
Is that a whorehouse?
Apparently you don't have it. It's like they say they're here to paint the world. They're a paint store where you go buy paint.
No, we got Haynes.
Well, we have Haynes also, but
We got Haynes, British Paints, Dulux, and the big Australian is called Solver.
get off my chair. What do you think?
Solver is big in Australia, mate. If you have a problem with the walls, it is solved. All problems are solved. It's their campaign. Don't hold me against it. I'm back in a minute. I just got to go tinkle.
This thing's a pile of shit.
Entertain the Spanish conquistador in chat. He wants to know what Vegemite is, Ken, and seeing as you've tried it, you can enlighten him.
It's like if you took about a half a fucking can of salt, dumped it into a bottle of beer, and enjoyed it. It's disgusting. It's like your actually Vegemite. Vegemite's different from the other one that I tested. One tastes like you're drinking beer from the bottom of bottom of the barrel and adding a shit ton of salt to it. And the other one tastes like, I don't know, it's different somehow. Both of them are gross and very salty. But I don't suggest it, but each their own. Of course, I don't eat caviar either.
It is my opinion that if you really want to know what Vegemite is like, take a case of Foster's, pour it into a bucket of axle grease, and
Oh,
a kilo of salt.
I don't taste actual grease in it.
No, it's not the taste of the axle grease; it's the consistency.
Oh yeah, it is too. Yeah.
The consistency of axle grease, the taste of salty beer.
But just remember that I'm an American, and I was asked to try it. That's my take on it. I'm not
Yeah,
Australian. I was not raised on the shit.
he didn't try it the Australian way. He tried it the American way, which is never a good thing.
Wrong. I had Bree show me how to do it because I wanted to do it the Australian way. I got one bite in my mouth and it went straight into the trash. That's Bree told me how to do it. Butter the toast,
I know,
and
I
then a
know,
real
but
thin coating on it.
there's the newbie way of doing it, and the East Coast Australia way of doing it. The
Okay.
newbie way, you never tell a newbie to butter it like Australians do because they will be put right off it straight away. You take, the tip of your knife, you just dip that in Vegemite till it looks like you got a little bit of brown stuff on the end of it, and then you spread it into the salt.
Spread it into the what?
The butter, the salted butter.
Oh. Well, I put a very thin coat on my piece of toast on top of butter.
It's still yummy. I don't put a thin coat on mine. I don't know what a thin coat. I spread mine like you guys spread peanut butter. I've eaten a teaspoon on live stream. Haven't we, Bree?
I watched you do it, and you were like, "That's good." I'm like, ugh.
It is. It's yummy shit.
Shit is a good word for it.
Yes. Yeah, I keep asking my daughter if she wants a shit sandwich. You surprised how many times she says yes.
You want what Americans call shit sandwich? Sure, Dad.
Are you okay, Bree? You don't look so healthy today.
Oh, it's just like I said, this flu's kind of got me, and I got this horrible earache. It's just giving me the shits.
Have you got day and night tablets?
Yeah. I'm waiting to take my nighttime ones now.
That's why you look like shit.
Did you take, when you were at the shop, did you get peroxide?
They don't have it up here. I have to go to a chemist.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, you
It's
can't get
sold
that
everywhere
stuff.
here.
No, that stuff, you can't trust bogans with peroxide, so we have to go to a chemist.
What are you going to do with peroxide?
Ask a bogan. Drink it? I don't know.
No, that's alright. If it's still bad by tomorrow, I'll go to duck up to the chemist before we go and get something to put in my ear.
Too bad you haven't got any of that wax softener.
Oh, I don't think it's just because I've got the flu because of the pain's all down here in my jaw as well.
Yep.
Might be your sinuses then.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be because I'm sick up with the flu.
Which is where I use peroxide with it. But I got a question there for you, you two.
Yes, we can. All marijuana in Australia is medical marijuana because if you get caught with anything that's not medical marijuana, it's illegal.
Oh, yeah. Here too.
So we tell the cops that it's medical marijuana.
Yeah, right. Here they'd make you show your license for it.
Well, they do there too, and if you don't have a license, they fine you, but it's not a criminal offence anymore.
Right. You should have asked that question to 8 Ball. By the way, Bree, Alpha fixed it.
I fixed it. That's good. Oh. Oh, God, it's cold. So, what else is happening?
Much. I forgot my phone. So
Oh, dear.
I was more worried about getting popcorn.
Nightbot. Yes. It's accurate.
You think it'll be legalized for recreation in the near future?
Of course it will be.
Oh, you're probably overplaying what you call it.
Dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're overplaying not Coin Master.
Pretty much. Now it's good to just stop for a second before I have to start getting shit ready for tomorrow and clothes washed and ready.
Right. Oh. That's right. You were saying you went and got what? Bread and
Ham
and cheese, right?
Yeah.
You should make them a ham and cheese melt.
Hmm.
And then he can warm it up like in the microwave for like 30 seconds. Or you can eat it cold because it'll all be melted together. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And there you just butter a piece of bread. You put the butter side down. You put your meat and your cheese and then butter the top. When the bottom side is golden brown, flip it.
Oh, yeah, no, I know how to make toasties. Oh, definitely.
Oh, you call them toasties. Okay.
Yeah, we call them toasties. We're weird.
What toasties?
Ham and cheese toasties and stuff.
Yep.
You have one of those toasty machines where it cuts your piece of bread in half and then it makes the other two like a taco?
Yep.
Yeah, we got one of them too. They're freaking pretty neat.
I don't like them.
Oh, why?
I used to love making jaffles. You know what a jaffle is?
Not a clue.
It's before they invented the sandwich toaster that could cut your bread in half.
Uh-huh.
And there used to be a big dish on the top and the bottom, so you could fill it with almost anything.
Oh, I thought we had one. No.
And they were called jaffles. It's an English term for a bag of toasted bread stuff. You can buy them for camping. When you go camping, if you've got a campfire, you can buy a jaffle iron and put it in the fire and make jaffles in the fire. But we used to be able to buy them as a sandwich toaster in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But the Americans invented the ones that cut the sandwich in half and sent them over here, and now all of a sudden we can't buy them anymore.
Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, well, we used to be able to have ones where we could actually change the plates in the sandwich toaster.
That
So
would
you
be
could have,
nice. Yep.
you could actually have flat sandwiches, or you could have jaffle sandwiches, or you could have cut in half sandwiches, or you could have muffin things in it.
We used to have one at the electric part broke down.
And no, we don't expect it's going to be recreational use in the near future. Australia actually got worse on the control of marijuana because the far left decided that marijuana was causing problems in Australia.
I could see alcohol causing more problems than weed.
They're trying to control that as well.
If it's under the government, then it's going to be controlled.
Yeah, but it depends on the government. I mean, if the government's not so left wing, they don't give a shit about it. But all the left wingies are run by the churchies and the butthurt do-riders and all that shit, and they put in the most ridiculous bloody laws to make us all behave ourselves. We used to be in Australia, if you got drunk at the pub, and I use the term Australian lies, so if you went down the local club or bar or whatever you want to call it over in your country, and got drunk with your mates,
Mm-hmm.
in order to avoid driving home, you'd walk.
Yeah.
And that was never frowned on, and it was never a problem as long as you didn't cause any issues on the way home, like vandal someone's house or anything like that. Well, now the lefties have made it in such a way that you get caught walking down the road, you're drunk and disorderly, and you can be put in the lockup for being drunk in public.
Yeah, here they have drunk in public, disorderly, and they have WWI, walking while intoxicated.
Well, how the fuck else do they think you... Well, hold on, I'm going to lay down and crawl. Is there a law against crawling while intoxicated?
But yeah, no, then it would be drunk in public, right?
Yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they have forced Australian drinking into the home.
Oh,
which is one of the reasons why
bars go out of business.
Well, it's not just that. The reason why everyone went to the bar is so that they didn't bring that kind of rabble and atmosphere into the house.
Mm-hmm.
They'd come home drunk, fall asleep in bed, and nobody'd know the wise. The kids would be fine. The family wouldn't be abrupted and everything else. Everyone knew that dad drunk or mum drunk or whatever, but it wasn't affecting the family. Now you're forced to do it in there. Your friends come round. You've got to have a special room to do it in. So we all have rumpus rooms or entertainment rooms or bar rooms or whatever you want to call them all, so that you can bring them. And then now the family gets affected. Seriously? And yes, all the pubs and bars go out of business. Can't believe how many bloody old pubs that have been there for nearly 200 years have been all knocked down in the last 2 years.
Yep.
In the city in which I live, we used to have a pub on every corner of the city.
Mm-hmm.
So we had like 300 bar or pubs in, what would you say, a 2 mile square block. Because every single corner had a bar. Slowly over the years, they've been dwindled down, but in the last 2 years, they've dwindled right down to, like we've got like half a dozen now.
Yeah.
But then on the same token, we used to have a church on the other corner. So there was a bar on one corner and a church on the other.
Well, you got to have some, but you have to have a government, otherwise people just go stupid.
Yep. Stands to reason if the government falls, another one will pop up in its place.
And it probably ain't going to be the one you're thinking of.
No, I mean, even if the people don't want those kind of governments, that like they'll form their own, and there'll always be some governing power in a community because it needs to be there.
Yep.
Everything gets out of hand. That's the problem. Revelry gets out of hand. Competition gets out of hand. Consumerism gets out of hand. Governments get out of hand.
Well, even illegal shit like breaking into somebody's house, there ain't no government to stop them, so they're just going to go take it because it's available.
Minorities will get out of hand. It's just the way life goes. When people get some kind of wind of what's going on and a little bit of power, they let it go to their heads. Everybody does. As they say, a little power corrupts. A lot of power corrupts a lot. Just so you know, Amnesiac, this beautiful woman down below us has usually got a lovely, bubbly, smiley face, but she's not feeling 100% today, so she can't look as healthy and bubbly and cheerful as she usually does.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Tell me you're still being hit on while you're out in the public.
Not today. And I've had too much on. I live at the rehearsal studio or out here, or I've got another job interview on Monday, and
Doing what?
This one's for a medical receptionist in Minchinbury.
Thought you didn't want to do that.
Minchinbury? It's a bit far, isn't it?
Oh, it's only an hour.
Only
Jeez, I travel less than that. That's I'm in the other side of Adelaide's less than an hour.
I know, but I used to travel 2.5 hours to get to uni 5 days a week, so it doesn't bother me. I travel an hour to get to my production studios down at Penrith.
That's mainly because you live in the boondocks.
Exactly. There's nothing for us up here until we move out of this shithole. It's like, yeah.
It's not a shithole. It's a lovely place to live, and you will come to understand that when you move into a shithole and you go, God, Jesus, that other place wasn't as bad as we thought.
And I'm going to tell you this right now: if you move into the city, you're not going to like it.
Oh yeah, we don't want to go to the city, but we just want to go somewhere where it's just not a dying town. Like everywhere's being shut and sold, and it's just the Katoomba is literally dying as far as work goes.
Oh, that way, yeah. But that's where you move just outside of the city.
That's what I mean. Just move about an hour down the mountain. We're good.
That's what I mean. You know why Katoomba is dying. 20 years ago, it would have been a thriving town because you'd have to travel an hour to get to Sydney. But like, to be really honest with you, what is it? 25 minutes and you're on the edge of Sydney. So that's mean Sydney will catch up, and Toowoomba will just be a bloody a suburb in Sydney eventually.
Yeah, like we get a lot of tourists up here for the lookouts and the bushwalks, but for the young people, there's no nightlife. Like it's not fun.
Sounds like Adelaide.
Whereas I want to go more coastal. I want to be near the beach and
move to Adelaide.
I know.
You'd love Adelaide because it's like Katoomba with beach.
I know. That's why I love going to Adelaide. I love Adelaide.
Yeah, you don't. Isn't that amazing?
What?
I haven't been to Adelaide in a long time. Adelaide misses you.
I know I miss Adelaide. I'm sorry.
And we got the South Australian Film Corporation and the, what is it? The South Australian Shakespearean Company or something.
Mm.
The other
Yeah,
problem
but
is, though, you get famous and everything else, you'll have to go back to Sydney and Melbourne to be able to be known.
well, that's where I'm hoping I can actually, because like my plans in the future are hopefully to move over to America for like a 6-month visa and try out for some films and stuff.
I worked for Eric Banner.
But yeah, I just because there's a lot of opportunities over there that I want to go for, and once the writers' strike ends, then there'll be lots of opportunity.
And that reminded me, Hardwick Bay misses you.
Oh, Hardwick Bay, how I miss the sand and the beach and the wrong beach.
And the getting bogged.
And the little tiny supermarket we couldn't find because we're at the wrong area.
I would rather live in the country.
It is the country.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's like me. He's got the country blood in him. You're trying to go to L.A. I'm not sure if you're trying to go to L.A. or Hollywood.
Well,
I'm going to tell you right now, I have a couple friends that live in Hollywood, and they're not actors or anything. They just happen to live in Hollywood. They're YouTubers, so I guess I call them friends, but, you know, not even as good a friend as Gaffer or you. But anyway, they live in Hollywood, and everything is extremely high priced. Way high.
Welcome to Australia.
Yeah, I'm in Rapid City. So I don't like it. You're probably in a state that has bigger cities, and you'd be like, "That's not a city." Well, to me, it is. I'm country boy. I can't stand country music, but I'm a country boy. I don't think I'll ever ride horses or anything again, just because my back and all that. You're Dallas. Oh God.
Well, see, that's
Yeah,
the
that's way bigger than my city. My city is about like how many? If you put your sitters in Dallas next to each other, that's about the size of my town. But what do we got here? Something like Alexa. What's the population of Rapid City?
According to the 2020 U.S. Census, the population of Rapid City is 74,700 people, which is a 12.9% increase over the 2010 U.S. Census.
Okay, 74,000 ish. And to me, that's way too big.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing I love living up here for is I get to do horse riding because I love my horse riding.
Oh, well, see, I just physically can't anymore. It has nothing to do with not wanting to do it. Dickhead from the deep south. What the fuck? And I can't remember what your last one said.
Bugger off, folks.
No, it was when we were private, and then we decided to do a stream. Then you changed it, didn't you?
Wolfie's bitch.
Oh, okay.
That's what the last one was.
When we were private?
No, when we were private, I didn't have any.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
No, I don't think so. It was the one I had before this was Bugger Off, folks.
Okay. Well, if my choice was to live in Dallas or live in my car, I'd be living in my car out in the country. I'm telling you that now. The only reason I live where I'm at is because this is kind of like you're either mellow or you're retired. or handicapped. I live in a
I
very
think-
quiet community.
I think my problem is because I've lived in the mountains and in the country for over 30 years and never really been to the city. I like going to the city now because ever since becoming an actor, I just like new experiences, new places.
Sure.
It's kind of exciting.
Which is why I'm
Problem-
saying blend the two.
I grew up on a farm. I moved to the city not by choice,
Yeah.
but thankfully it was on the outskirts of the city where it took you 20 minutes to get to the city.
See, and that's perfect for me.
But unfortunately, the city has caught up and overtaken us, and is now. I look 10 kilometres south, and I still see the city.
No, fuck.
The one thing I hate about the city is getting around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not overly interested in the nightlife of the city. I mean, to be able to go down to the local takeaway and get something to eat any time of the night is a bonus.
With me, I'm not worried about nightlife. I would like a bar to just pop in, have a beer, go home.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why
need
I
to
like.
sit and drink
One of
like
the reasons why. One of the reasons why I like Uber Eats, because then you can just order the beer and come home.
Here you can't. It has to be a licensed bar, or you have to buy it in the grocery store or something like that.
Yeah, we got Vodalo, so they can go into Vodalo. I can order it in advance. Yeah, Brie.
Breaking news! I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Take us with you. No,
TMI.
we got Bottlos.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you know the supermarket section of that sells alcohol. It's like they got a whole section of fridges and shelves with wine and beer and all that stuff.
We have those, and then we have like a grocery store where it'll have. See, the grocery store itself will sell beer, but no wine. But then they have a spot that's connected to the grocery store, which is a liquor store on the side.
Yeah, a Bottlo for us is a liquor store because only liquor stores and bars and hotels are allowed to have liquor licenses.
Right. But here you have to have a bar and wine license also. If you have a liquor license, it covers it all. Or you have to have a beer license. If I had a truck stop in and drop off a bunch of beer here and was selling it out of my house, I'd go straight to jail. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, but we are allowed to order alcohol, pay for it by credit card, and then have Uber Eats pick it up.
Yeah, see here, Uber Eats won't do it because the person that delivers it has to be either the person that's buying it or a store clerk of any type.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's even worse over in Wyoming. In Wyoming, you have to go to a liquor store, and it has to be a separate thing completely. You can't even buy bar in the grocery store. Only a liquor store can sell that stuff, and they're only allowed one liquor store per so much in population. And in South Dakota, if you lose your liquor license, somebody else can come by and buy it. And then now you're shit out of luck because there's only a certain amount of liquor licenses sold in South Dakota. So, yeah, here it depends on what state goes with what laws.
Yeah, here's just basically it's a liquor license. There might be different levels of a liquor license, but yeah, you can't sell alcohol at all unless you have a liquor license, and then you're restricted to who you could sell that to and when you can sell that.
Yeah. And then here in South Dakota, we even have dry counties.
Yeah, we have dry spots in Australia. We've got beaches that you're not allowed to drink at. There's certain parts of the city you're not allowed to drink in. And most of that was done because the indigenous population used to buy a whole load of alcohol and then sit in popular places and get drunk and make a big ruckus. And
Happy Friday to you, Daniel.
Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hello.
So,
May your camel progress through the ages, leaving nothing but footsteps and nuggets,
shit nuggets.
whichever.
Please be kind and bury your shit nuggets. Thank you. Oh. Nope. Never been to New Orleans.
We used to know somebody who used to live near New Orleans.
Well, we still know him, but he just doesn't come around anymore.
Mm.
Well, that's because he didn't tell you that he doesn't want to know you anymore, Ken.
He doesn't want to know me?
No. Why he doesn't come around anymore.
Wow, what did I do to him?
I don't know.
Well,
You haven't written since he passed on? Oh, yeah, we know somebody in New Orleans too, don't we? I forgot all about Dave.
Yep.
Oh, Dave, yeah.
And I can't think of his wife's channel. That's the only one going now. Dave doesn't have a channel anymore, I don't think. Oh, something producer.
Dave the producer.
What's that?
Dave the producer.
There you go. Wild City, vibrant culture. Yeah, I'm not interested. My wild city life went from going to the bars every freaking night, spending $200 a night. As the drunker I got, the more drinks I bought everybody else.
So where it goes.
So, guarantee I'm going to spend $200 in the bar, and then I started getting DUIs. So, got 2 of them, and I went, nope, enough of that shit for me. I'm drinking at home from now on. Because where I was living, it was way too far to even get to the bar by walking. The closest bar was a mile away. And if you're walking drunk, then you're really a long walk.
Oh, look at that. We can't get Uber to deliver us beer anymore.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Probably them same laws.
I don't think it's the laws. I think Uber just decided they didn't want to do it.
Hmm. I made a shit ton of pancakes, and I'm going to make a shit ton more tomorrow. All over my computer, really? It had moisture on the bottom of the lid, and I didn't realize it. Lifted the lid, and it went all over my computer. I hope it didn't ruin it.
Well, it did now. You just cut yourself off.
Kicked him out. Damn, what are we going to do?
Take our shirts off.
You first. Kind of disappointing me taking my shirt off because I haven't got one on.
Oopsie.
Oh, you missed it, Ken. I took my shirt off.
That figures. Can't ever get nothing.
Oh, look at that.
What are we looking at?
Six bottles of Cooper's Stout for $27.
That's pretty cheap. How many bottles?
6.
Oh, fuck that.
And they're only like a pint each bottle, so.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, I could really have that, you know.
But see, that's the way I think. I don't care how good the beer is. It ain't worth that.
Foster's, isn't it? Is that the cheapest beer in Australia?
Do we actually get Foster's in Australia?
I don't think so anymore. I think they outruled it in the 80s.
If you think Foster's is bad, try Pabst Blue Ribbon. That was the shit my uncle used to drink. I took one sip of that and I was like, ugh.
I think VB or Tui's would be the cheapest.
And then we have a beer with 3 X's. Not sure what the actual name is, but the front of the bottle just has 3 gigantic X's. Natural light all day, baby. Nah.
Yeah, we got one over here called Forex.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy Foster's in Australia.
You could at one point, I think.
Yeah, when they first invented it.
Yeah, when it was actually beer.
Wonder if they still have them stupid commercials. I don't
Probably.
watch commercials, so. I don't even
You know,
hardly TV.
we can get a beer in Australia called Blonde.
I've actually heard of that before.
And another one called Bluey.
I've heard of people talking about Bluey and didn't realize it was a beer.
No, it's not. Bluey is a name for a redhead.
Oh.
Like Ranger and Bluey are two names Australians call redheads.
That don't even make sense. Why not a Reddy?
Well, a Ranger is because orangutans got red hair, so we call them Rangers. And Bluey is because it's like a sarcastic way of saying red hair. You say the opposite colour, which is blue.
Oh.
It's like a blue cattle dog. Most of them are red.
No, you can actually get blue cattle dog. There is a red cattle dog and a blue cattle dog.
Here
Blue
they
heeler
are.
and red heeler.
Yep, blue heeler, red heeler. Yep. Is it legal to distill your own liquor?
Yes, we do it all the time. I used to brew my own alcohol. I used to
Yep.
brew my own beer. You can actually buy
Yep.
kits
Yeah.
from one of our big suppliers of beer that you can brew your own homebrew.
Tell
And
you
yes, you
goodbye
can brew your own
stuff.
wine, and you can brew your own wine. You can brew your own banana peels and everything else. To have a still in your backyard, you have to have a license because of the safety aspects of it.
Oh, didn't think about safety. I was thinking about the amount.
No.
Because
A,
here you
a
can do
still.
whatever the hell you want, as long as it's not over a certain amount. Because you're only allowed a certain amount of alcohol in your house. Otherwise you're contributing to other people.
Yeah, we've got the same rules here. You're only allowed to have a certain amount at one time,
Right.
unless you. I think you have to be an avid collector. But if you brew beer, you can only brew up to a certain amount because then you become need a liquor license because you can then sell to others at high quantities and so on.
Yeah, but if you never sell it, what the fuck does it matter?
Safety, having that much alcohol in one area, if something goes wrong, that's a big fire hazard.
Well, my brother used to brew his own beer, but he had to fucking buy beer anyway because you can only have 5 gallons of beer in the house at a time.
Oh no, we can have a lot more than that. A lot more.
Yeah. My brother-in-law brews his own beer.
You can have up to 4 cases at any one given time during the process. So it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to brew a good beer. So
Yep.
throughout
Yep.
that process, you can have 4 cases at a time. So you can have 4 cases of storage, 4 cases of fermenting, 4 cases of brewing, and so forth. So you can have up to probably 16 cases if you're good enough for it, which means you can have 2 or 3 brewing kits and everything going. Because
I don't know how to tell you the amount then because 5 gallons is a lot of fucking beer. I think it equals like a case and a half
that's
or 2 cases or something.
yeah, but 5 gallons, yeah, that's probably what is it, 20 liters? That's
No. Alexa, how the hell would you? Yeah. Alexa, how many liters is in a gallon? Oh, fucking stupid shit.
I tell you now, there's 4
The
cans.
bathroom answered, so I can't even hear it. Alexa, how many liters in a gallon?
1 gallon is about 3.8 liters.
4 liters.
Yeah. So then 4 times 5 is
It's 20.
20. 20 liters.
20 liters.
But you can have one brewing and one done. So that would be what?
Yeah, but the issue is you got one brewing, one fermenting,
Oh,
because you don't just
yeah,
brew
we
in
can't have
the
one brewing and one fermenting. We can't do that.
because if you bottle your brew, it's got to ferment for 2 weeks before you can get a good taste. You can drink it before then if you like, but it tastes like shit.
Right.
So there's at least 2 there. Plus, you can have one that you're drinking. So you have one you're drinking, one you're fermenting, one you're brewing, and one you're preparing. So yeah, you can pretty well have. Yeah, I'd have to look up the size of a long neck, but I'm talking about 12 long necks. So that's 48 long necks if you can brew that many. You'd have to have 2 or 3 kits though.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure.
I have to have a look at it, but I'm sure 5 gallons is the average brewing container.
You can get a 6 gallon bucket here and do it in that. That way, it's not all the way to the top.
In Australia, people are brewing in kegs.
How the fuck do you do that?
They don't even do it in bottles anymore.
Mm.
How the fuck do you brew into a keg?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I haven't done it brewing in ages, so I'm not really up with the latest.
That's what my brother-in-law does. I'll ask him.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I didn't think you'd be awake. We were just running some tests, and Gaffa gave up. He said, Ken, you're making my head hurt. So
Well, it's like I'm gonna get going soon anyway, so I can have a shower and just try and feel a bit better.
the world would appreciate it. Such a dick, Ken. So I guess, well, Gaffer probably doesn't even have him. So give me a second here. We're not going to be on that much longer. We just got into conversation and it turned into more than we thought. But let's see.
Well, I'm happy to go private with you after I have a shower and everything, and I can come back. I just wanted to have a shower.
Bree, we're happy that you could go private with us while you're having a shower. We don't care.
Yeah, right. And it's not going to be public. It'll be fine.
Sure, I'll just keep my camera off. No worries.
It'll only be between us.
Literally.
And I was like, oops, shit, we are live. Sorry, Bree.
I'll put it this way, Ken.
Yeah.
Our fermenters over here.
Hold on. I'm going to put her between us.
Oh, boy.
No, Mike,
and here
he's going to ruin
here
the
he
whole
comes up.
thing.
No, okay.
Oh, man, that was too good. That was really good timing.
Hi, Mike.
Ken, over here, our brewing kits are 7 gallon.
Oh, okay.
My brother used to brew beer. A big old bottle, a cork, a breather thing on.
Well, you do it in 5-gallon buckets or 6-gallon buckets here.
Yeah, well, you can.
And then you siphon it, and then you strain it, and then you.
Oh, I was talking about beer.
We are.
We
You
are.
siphon it, and then you strain it, and then you siphon it into bottles.
Unless you're kegging it, then you don't have to siphon it and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's some kind of kit. It's a big jug, glass.
Yep.
The breather tube on top. My mom loved that thing.
He was doing it in the fucking containers you're supposed to buy for it. We didn't. We used 5-gallon buckets and put our own freaking water filter.
Yeah, he had the whole kit.
Where you put water into the deal and it bubbled. It's called a bubbler.
Yeah.
That way your 5-gallon or 6-gallon bucket didn't go boom.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, makes one fuck of a mess if you got it in your house.
Boil it hop and whatever in the recipe. You know.
It blows the top off and it blows the bottom off. Thank God it was out in my brother's shop.
Yeah.
Grab the garden hose and spray everything out the fucking door. But Jesus Christ, I looked at the walls and shit and went, holy fuck, can you imagine if this was in your kitchen? That's why I didn't want to do it in my kitchen, he says. I mean, we made it all, mix the mash and everything else to go with it, and the yeast and all that shit. We did that in the house, and then we hauled it down the steps out into the shop. And then we got a little bit further on the instructions and found out you're supposed to put a bubbler in it. That's kind of important.
You mean a vapor seal?
Nope, it's a It's
Left the
called
gas
bubble.
out.
I got them from making wine here. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's called a vapor seal, Ken. Even though that people say it's bubbling because it bubbles, it's a vapor seal. It's so that only the vapors can get out and nothing can get in.
Oh, yeah. So bugs or mosquitoes in it, yeah.
Let's see if I got
Used to have a vapor seal on all my beer.
Yeah. That beer wasn't bad either. For some reason.
Well, when I bought these Gaffa, they were called bubblers.
Yeah, because you're
And they
American,
gave
you
me
never
a
use the
description of
correct
what it
term.
is.
You
What?
Americans never use the correct terms.
Yeah, I know.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. Ken, text me if you go into the private room, and I'll join you.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
bro. See, Ken's already got his shirt off.
I'm ready
Yeah,
for
it's a
privacy.
it's a vapor seal.
See,
Oh,
we call them bubblers. And then
Yeah,
what
and then
you do
there's
is you got a small little rubber seal. I'm not going to dig them down, but you got a small little rubber seal that this goes into, and then you fill this with water up to the level, and then
Yeah, my mom loved to hear that thing burp. Yeah.
it's called a grommet.
Yeah.
yeah. I couldn't think of the name of it.
Oh.
You're next, Mike. You're next.
You wouldn't have been alone.
we're not private yet, guys. Jeez.
I just haven't put my shirt on.
Time to get private.
Oh.
Ken, have a look at this.
No.
It's just a picture of Brie naked. She sent it to me before.
I did.
Yeah. Look at her twins there. Don't they look wonderful?
Oh, yeah. That's what Pop used to
Ken,
come in.
that's
What
a
is
kegging
that
set.
for?
That's a kegging set.
Oh, well, now that makes sense. Okay. The whole fucking pressure on there, too, huh?
Yeah.
You brew it in that.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And then you because of the pressure you tap it out of the top.
I remember when I was a kid. My mom. That's how
Right, Bree.
the used to go.
Bugger off.
Stay redneck.
Always.
Text
When I
me,
was
Ken.
home for some reason.
Bye, guys.
How long is it going to be?
I'm just gonna have a quick shower, so half an hour.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just check both rooms?
Okay, will do.
Check this one first, and if we're not here, then go to the private room.
And only a woman can say half an hour is a quick shower.
I'm quicker than Andy, that's for sure. He has an hour shower.
Seriously?
Nice.
What could you do in a shower for an hour?
He just
Stand
stands
around, look at the walls. For me, a quick shower is 10 minutes in and out. Throw
I had
some
one
soap in
yesterday.
your
I had
head,
5 minutes.
wash the sticky and nasty parts, and then rinse off and get the fuck out.
Yeah. Get in, get wet, lather up, wash off, get out.
Mine's going to be about 15 minutes, and then I leave another 15 minutes to get dressed and dried.
Okay. You dry the dress.
Well, come and spend that 15 minutes with us. We don't mind.
That's why I was like, go private.
I'll see you soon. Behave.
Never.
We hope to see.
We hope to see me. You're not my mom.
We hope to see more of you soon. See ya.
Bye.
My grandma used to talk about bathtub gin. Used to make gin in the bathtub.
I love Bree. She's so much fun.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Mike?
I love Andy too. Andy's.
Shut the fuck up.
Grandpa told me about bathtub gin. They make, during the Prohibition, they make gin or vodka or gin in the bathtub.
Oh yeah, bathtub gin. Yeah.
Okay. Or whatever.
What was the other one? Bathtub
vodka.
Well, there was a. God damn it! What the fuck do we call that? It's essentially what I'm doing, making
Everclear.
Yeah.
Well, Everclear actually takes a bit.
Yeah.
If you're making Everclear, you should probably not do it in the bathtub.
Probably.
Yeah, I know, but you've got to have a still for Everclear. I don't give a shit what anyone says. You can't have nothing but pure alcohol without a still.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But what I was
And
talking
you can
about,
make you can make bathtub vodka, but then you have to distill the shit to get it to be real vodka. You can't have
well, then it turns to Everclear, doesn't it? If you distill it.
Wait a minute.
probably, but vodka was always the poor man's drink. I mean, it's, every man and his dog in
No,
Russia used to be able to boil
hooch.
off bloody potato seals.
Hooch.
Hooch.
Oh,
Oh,
That's what
hooch
I'm
is,
talking about.
yeah.
So
That's
you
what
get a bunch of
that's what
fruit,
you are
smash
making,
it
Ken.
up, throw it in there, add water, add yeast, and let
Add
it
sugar.
freaking brew.
my uncle told me a story about when he was in prison.
Ken,
They
effectively,
made
that's what you are making is hooch.
Yeah,
to make
kind
a
of. Yeah.
tomato jazz.
Oh, fuck you. That's just nasty.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
But
god. That's
Don't
that he
nasty as
told me
fuck.
start
about
me
it.
on that.
It looks like
My
tomato
mum,
soup. Everybody's drinking it.
my
They got,
mum used to make strawberry jam out of tomatoes.
How the fuck?
You get tomatoes, you mince the living bejesus out of them so they turn into like a very, very fine pulp, leaving the seeds in, and then add a whole load of raspberry cordial.
oh,
That's just not right.
And then you end up with a raspberry flavour with a jam consistency, and it's out of tomatoes. And tomatoes were always cheap.
Right.
Raspberries and that aren't. And
Right.
because you left the seeds in it, it looks like they're either strawberry, depends on which flavour you put in, or raspberry seeds that were in there because
That's funny.
oh, yeah.
Now you just add yeast and sugar to that shit, and now you got it going on.
Yeah.
you
Then you
didn't
got to
need that
strain
much
it so
sugar.
you don't get the nasty parts with it.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you didn't need that much sugar. There was that much sugar in that
Oh,
jam
yeah.
in the first
In
place.
the fruit, yeah. Well,
You throw in some yeast,
your
mate.
in
It's
your mix,
volatile.
right? What
Yeah.
was the mix she put in?
Tomato and concentrated raspberry or strawberry cordial.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Okay. Well, your raspberry flavor is going to have a shit ton of sugar in it.
yeah, but you also
Yeah.
put in like a kilo of sugar as well because jam, the
Yeah.
preservative of jam is sugar.
Right. So,
Yeah.
okay, what are you calling jam though? That's like our jelly, right?
No, even if you have the fruit chunks in it, it's still a jam.
Oh,
When you
Well,
make
see,
jam,
here, the fruit chunks in it are jam. Without
yeah,
it, it's jelly.
everything's jam. We never had jelly over here. Jelly was something we heard from Americans. What the hell is this peanut butter and jelly? Nobody would eat jelly because over here jelly is gelatin.
oh,
Yeah, we call it gelatin.
Yeah, we don't. We call it jelly. And for us to put gelatin on peanut butter, are you serious? What idiot would do that?
oh yeah. I prefer jam myself.
But
My grandma loved
And
it.
it depends on the flavor.
you throw
Yeah.
yeast into a pot of jam, mate, you're out for something to go wrong. That's
I
a
never thought
lot
about
of
making
sugar.
hooch with Jello, or not Jello. Well, actually, Jello might work. No, it's got the gelatin in it though.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work. If you could get Jello without the gelatin in it, that would work to make hooch.
You wouldn't have Jello because gelatin is,
I know that's the thing that makes it solid.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But I'm saying a Jello mix without the gelatin would make
I
good.
don't use gelatin mix. When I make gelatin or Jello or
Uh-huh.
jelly as we call it,
Oh, see, we
I
call it
take
Jello.
I take the fruit juice I wish to have the flavour of the jelly. So if I
Okay.
want orange jelly, I make orange juice, or lemon jelly, I make lemon juice. Raspberry jelly, I make raspberry juice. You know,
And
I
then
buy
what?
the
Just
juice.
add gelatin to it, or what?
Then you boil and add gelatin sheets
Oh,
of
see,
gelatin.
here's. I don't know. Do we have gelatin sheets? I can't remember.
Yeah, probably. Because the best way to make gelatin is into a sheet, and then you turn it into a powder from there.
Because Grandma used to make homemade jam from the fruit that she got around the farm. So,
Yeah, but you don't. You use
so some of that
this.
shit's got to be sold here.
Yeah, but you use the skin of the fruit you make it to make the
Yep.
jam go jello.
Yep. Well,
It's called pectin.
Oh yeah, pectin. You can buy pectin. I know that.
Pectin is what makes jam go jelly like.
okay.
Yeah.
And you
And
can get pectin mostly from apples and pears. You can
Right.
get it from citrus, but you can buy it in a bag. They actually process the pectin and turn it into a powder form, and you can actually tip it into your jam, so you don't have to go through the process of trying to find the right consistency of pectin.
Okay,
You can
how the
actually
fuck
buy it
did
in
she
powder
make
now.
her? How did she make her
Hmm.
jam?
Well,
Just grind up the fruit and hope for the
no,
best.
you cook the skin in the jam while it's cooking, and then when you've finished, you strain out the skin.
Well, all of that was left in it.
No, she would have gone through and taken a big scoop or something and scooped out all the stuff that floated on the top and threw it in the bin, because you've got to do that when you do jam.
Okay, but how? What did she grind up some more fruit and add it to it then?
No, because you cooked the skin in it, the pectin came out of the skin and entered the jam, and then when you got it up to the right temperature with the jam, because jam is basically fruit, sugar, and pectin. They're the three things that you do use to make jam. And if you're making homemade jam, the best way to do is to
Add
peel an apple or a pear or half a dozen apples and throw the skin into the jam that you're making.
in big
It
pieces.
it doesn't flavour the jam much. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does, but not much. Nobody's going to notice it, especially if you've got a strong flavoured jam. Then when it gets up to temperature and the right consistency, you scoop out everything that's on the top, because you end up with a whole load of stuff on the top you don't want anyway.
Okay.
And throw that in the bin, and then you bottle the jam while it's hot, and it gels while it's cooling down.
And if you put the lid on into what are them called? The mason jars?
Yeah.
That's just a fucking brand name, I know, but that's the only thing I
Yeah.
can think of. Our family called them mason jars.
Everyone, we use them over here.
Whack.
We
The
use
glass
them over here as well, mate. Most,
See,
most preserving companies now all buy mason jars.
right. But well, we have them up there where they're all different brand names because she bought used stuff, ran it through the dishwasher, flip it upside down on the top of the cabinet, and that's where they sit. And then right
Yeah,
before
I do the same thing. Whenever I do my mason jars, I throw them through the dishwasher. As soon as they come out of the dishwasher, I put them in the oven to dry them out, and then I'll put the jam straight in it.
I let it dry in the rack on the dishwasher.
No, I dry it instantly.
But anyway,
Marmalade.
Freaking, she used to put it in mason jars and put the metal lid on it with the rubber seal on it, and then put the thing on it, and you'd watch that top go. Because she would pour it in the jars hot. I did see her do that. And then it was
Specifically put wax on the top.
Yeah, some people pour wax on the top, and then they also put the lid on there. I don't know why the wax, but for an extra seal, I think it's to get rid of air, so that no air can get to it. But my
That's the
grandpa
reason.
pulled it right to the top.
That's the reason why a lot of people also boil their preserves, because it forces out the excess air from being so hot, and then when you put the lid on it and put it on tight and let it cool down, and you let it cool down very slowly, people think, oh yeah, you just put it aside and go to bed in the morning. No, what you're actually meant to do is cover them over with a blanket so they cool down even slower.
Oh,
and that allows
I didn't see that part of it. I was told to go out. And
that allows the fruit to cook a little bit more in the jars, making sure that there's no germs at all, and also disperse as much of the air as possible. That's why whenever you open a jar, you hear a pop. If you don't hear a pop, throw that jar in the bin, because it's already been contaminated with something. But see, I use mason. This is my mason jars with the mason lids.
Yep. I remember those.
I've got to do tomatoes and tomato paste this in a couple of weeks when I go on holidays, because I'm out of my tomatoes and I can't make spaghetti bolognese without them.
Marmalade. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I've got a couple of jars in the cupboard.
Oh, okay.
Marmalade, traditional marmalade's actually got the orange and lemon peel in it. I don't like the orange and lemon peel, so I only make orange jelly, but it's still got the same flavour.
Okay, that's why I was wondering what that curly stuff is. The outside, what do they call that?
Yes, you're right.
The
Amnesiac. And her husband thinks she is too. He's a wonderful fellow, Andy.
Yeah. I was wondering about marmalade.
I've got barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, orange jelly, raspberry jam, tin mushrooms, and usually tin tomatoes in my cupboard. I don't have much else than that because I don't use anything like that. There's no point in me canning something I don't use. No, nobody said you were going to. I'm just saying. Her husband agrees.
Mhm.
They're a very wonderful couple, actually. They're fun and they are good people. They are.
Yeah.
I think we've known Bree and Andy for nearly 4 years now, wouldn't you say?
I think it's actually been longer than that.
5 years? Well, you haven't been on much longer than that,
Probably.
doing live streams.
I can go look it up.
I think the longest live on your channel is probably 6 years, but I'm sure you've been on longer than that.
Let's see.
Man, oh man, yeah. I was up watching a movie, and then I gotta go downstairs to watch something else. Oh. One weird one with Tom Hanks in it. What's I can't remember. It's not Angels and Demons. The other one, person.
All right. Me,
Amnesiac,
hold on.
we would have.
Trying to answer your question. May 25th, 2013.
Is when you started doing live streams?
Yep.
That's 10 years, but I've only known you for 7 or so years.
I think you've known me for longer than that, but
No, 7 or so years. I know Wolfie's known you a lot longer.
yeah.
And I know that, who else?
You were around in the hangout days, weren't you?
Well, when was the last hangout you did?
That I don't have any clue.
Amnesiac, we would say yes, but as Ken says, we'd like to get to know you a little bit better before we start inviting people up on stream, and we have to know you personally outside of live streams in order to be able to get in contact with you for you to get a link. And so that means you're just going to have to keep coming back and getting to know us and letting us find out more about you and getting comfortable with you, because we have had issues before where we've invited new people up and they've done things that we don't agree with. We're pretty open-minded and pretty liberal here, but there are some things we frown on.
Yeah. Oh. I gotta think of a new name for the winter here. And much better, they're gone. They're gone now.
It took Mikey. It took you 3 years to get up here, didn't it, Mikey?
No. For some reason, it still let me up on hers right away.
Well, and I think you got up here because.
Yeah, I was a good boy. Yeah.
It was probably back in the days when you used to. And I think it was back in the days where we used to put the link in the chat.
I'm not sure how she did it.
Susan still puts the link in the chat.
Oh.
She's going to regret that someday.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what, Gaffer? A lot of my shit has disappeared, so I don't even know. Because remember, I deleted a whole bunch of my freaking live streams because a YouTuber that had like 5,000 subs which I thought was absolutely huge at that time when I started. They said erase your live stream so that your other stuff shows up better. Well, if live stream's
Oh,
the only thing that you do, then why are you deleting them? I deleted probably 2 years of shit, so this date may not even be real.
oh,
And now
yeah.
this,
No, one of the date of your streams wouldn't have changed no matter what. It's just that whether or not you can remember exactly what happened when, you don't know because you probably deleted it.
see now this is showing me
6 years.
no, May 25th, 2013 through January 1st, 2019 is what it's showing
No,
me.
no, you went. We 2018, I think we started doing live streams on StreamYard.
Probably on
No,
StreamYards, but I'll just
I had my car accident in 2019, and Nancy went through all her
Oh,
medical
yeah.
shit in the early months of 2019. So
right.
The train lady, that
yeah,
Nancy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about see, no data for this period. But see, I was live on Hangouts forever, and you knew me in Hangouts, dude.
Yeah,
So
but I wasn't there when you first started Hangouts. I was there towards the last 2 or 3 years of your Hangouts.
right. But what I'm trying to say is, I deleted a lot of that shit because I was told to. I deleted probably 2 years of my shit. And May
Oh,
25th is when I signed up for YouTube. That is not the right numbers. So, according to
that's
this,
yeah.
January 2nd, 2019, but that's not right because there's a bunch of Hangout shit missing.
Uh,
January 2nd. And I know damn well I started in May. It was like a couple days after my birthday. Or no. Yeah, it was a couple days after my birthday when I actually started when I did my first live stream because
well,
Susan remembered it and I went live. And that's when Titty Master came in. He was my very first sub.
yeah. Well, Jimmy C.
Yeah.
Him and I started hanging around talking to you around about the same time.
Okay.
He didn't start YouTubing till 2016.
Right.
So if he was 2016, it had to be after that we were hanging around you on Hangouts. So
Yeah,
that's
but
what
that
I
was
said. It was.
a long time before Jimmy C. He learned how to
That's what
do
I'm saying.
he learned
No,
how to
no.
do all that shit because I taught him.
Oh,
And you and Hazy Days got him through it. The issue being is though, if he started 2016, I couldn't have known you before then.
So
So
you can hear
you'd
from
been doing Hangouts for like 2 or 3 years before I come along.
Jimmy at least, yeah. Hang on, I'll ask Anthony. Let me dig out my Ouija board
oh,
because he was there day one.
ah,
Our first live stream was so fucked up. He sounded like he was on a CB, and I kept cutting in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. When I went back and played that, I went, I'm not saving this. So I deleted that one off the freaking thing. And by then, I already had a couple of videos up. Oh, you know what? Okay, the very first video I did, I left it on, but that was my stepbrother's fight. But then it was probably 2 years after that, so 14, 15, either 15 or 16.
oh,
But I have no
huh.
data before January 2nd of what year? 2000. What? Come on now. 2019 is
15.
my first bit of data because I
Oh,
erased a bunch of shit.
yeah. Huh.
So, would revenue tell me any different? No, because I wasn't getting anything back in the day.
Yep.
Research. I don't know.
Yeah.
And when I deleted them all the way. I didn't save nothing. Will you stop being an asshole?
Much
Fuck,
is your cat?
man. Get out of there! Fucking dick. He thinks he's got to play with a fucking plastic bag in the fucking trash can.
Yeah.
Fucking little asshole.
Cat.
Just swallow
Cat
it and get it over with.
bag, boxes.
Are we talking about the cats?
Yes.
No.
Cats love plastic, mate. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
My cats used to grow up running in and out of empty shopping bags. Whenever we used to do the shopping and put them on the ground, they used to attack the shopping bag and hide in them and run in them, and they did that right up until they were adults. Got annoying.
Well, the problem is the one they're both deciding to play with is the trash can.
Yeah, because the only plastic bag you got sitting around they can get to.
Right.
It's the sound of plastic that they like. I don't know what it is.
Well, I should go and take that piece of. It's like cardboard paper, real thick paper.
Mm.
Oh,
It
yeah.
comes in the bottom of like fruit boxes and shit.
Yeah.
I made it so that it stood up like a teepee, and they were in and out of that thing fucking 300 times.
Well, you know those plastic shopping bags you get?
We got another little tent thing for them too. They run it back and forth through it, but they trampled it so much that it lays flat now.
You know those plastic shopping bags you get.
Mm-hmm.
If you got one of those, just that you can that's empty, just puff it up with air and just throw it on the ground. You'd be surprised how much they'll play with that.
Oh, well, that's what they're playing with is one of those. Get off my chair.
They'll stop playing with the one at the bin.
Get
if you put
off
one on
my
the
chair.
It was Friday already.
Yeah.
You got to remember though, Ken, you did live streams on Hangouts when it wasn't the thing to do.
Yep.
Took people
Yeah.
a couple of years to actually decide that Hangouts was a live stream was the thing that you needed to do.
Yep.
Bring on.
And I was teaching everybody how to do it.
Yeah.
Half the people never even heard of Hangouts before.
Right.
And then the other half heard of it but didn't know how to run it.
Well, according to Jimmy's live stream, he started live streaming 4 years ago.
Well, I was like, long.
I don't believe it myself. I think he was doing it a lot longer earlier than that.
I think he lost some days.
To fucking do.
Computer broke.
The delete thing too.
So are we going to call it?
Is anybody still here?
Yeah,
I am.
3 people.
Yeah, but are they actually chatting?
Not as much. There hasn't been that much chatting for the last hour.
Well, but
Only been amnesiac. It's only been amnesiac that's been saying much.
Right. 3:54. So he hasn't even said anything for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
If you're still here, tap on the microphone. Oh. If you're still here, put 1 in the chat.
No, if you're still here, thank you for hanging around, but we're out of here. Catch you later, folks.
You fucking Gafford. All right, now because we got a new guy, though, we got to play the outro.
Oh,
So, but Mike, if you want, I can send you a link for the private room.
okay.
But everybody else, as Gaffa would say, bugger off. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. How about that?
Yeah. Put it right down.
I hate to see you go, but we like to watch you leave, okay?
Right.
And it's not because you got a good ass, we just like to see you leave.
All right. Stay redneck, y'all.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. No way now, I'll give up everything. Daunting thought, if I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go, don't let go.
Thanks for watching. Stay redneck.